What is up, guys? Welcome back to trying out the most sophisticated rear hub in BMX, and we just got it right here. It is the Profile Z Coaster. I've ridden a planetary hub, which that is a different system than inside of this hub. Let's go ahead and open the box real quick. Made in the USA, we love that. So here it is. Got a nice red Profile Z Coaster. We got titanium hollow axle, as well as a titanium driver. Got a drive side guard, and I also got a non-drive side guard. And inside of this is a 75-degree slack ring. So this is not like your normal free coaster. This thing will actually ride completely like a cassette, but once you do a 75-degree pedal back, it will turn into a free coaster. So it has full engagement like a cassette. Once you pedal backwards 75 degrees, for the slack ring I have installed, it turns into a complete free coaster, which I like. I was a little mixed up when I got a planetary hub. I thought whenever I pushed forward on the cranks, then I would be in cassette mode. But actually with those hubs, you have to pedal harder than the wheel is spinning. That hub eliminated me. I only rode it for 2 weeks, and I will never ride one again. Been riding a cassette for over 16 years of riding BMX. Only rode the planetary for 2 weeks. So this is something completely new. It should open up a lot of doors for some new tricks. Wasn't sure if the 75-degree slack ring would be good, so I also got a 90-degree slack ring. So we have a little bit to figure out with this wheel. But first thing we have to do is we need to build this up, which I'm just gonna skip that, but I wanted to show you guys the hub in the box. I'm gonna lace this thing up, and then we're gonna go ride it and test it, and I wanna give myself a couple goals, but I'm gonna think about that as I'm building the wheel, and I'll see you guys in a second with a built Z Coaster on the bike.
Welcome back to Mr. Z Coaster channel, guys.
And there you have it. We have laced the Z Coaster up. I'm gonna do some light street riding today and just try to figure out this wheel. So if we pedal it, see, it sounds just like a cassette. But if I pedal my cranks back 75 degrees like that, it's now in coaster mode. And then 75 back, and we're in cassette. I know my chain sounds like ass, but you won't have to hear it as much now. I know the Z Coaster has been out for over a decade. I have really spent not much time on it, but it makes more sense to me than a free coaster and a planetary hub. Those are your other two non-pedal back options, or taking your chain off, but that is pointless. In theory, this should be the best option, at least for me, where I will be able to do cassette things with pedal pressure, which is what I thought a planetary wheel was, but that was a lie. The issue I was having with the planetary was it only goes into cassette mode when you pedal faster than the wheel is spinning. It sounds complicated, it's kind of complicated, but a lot of the times when I bail on the planetary, I'm right foot forward, I would kind of step off of my right foot, but my right foot would drop because I would be rolling backwards faster than the drop of the crank. So with this wheel, with 75 degree, I will be able to have that catch into cassette mode, and I should be able to do cassette tricks as well as free coaster tricks. I'm gonna give myself a couple challenges as this video goes on to try to figure out where I'm at with the backwards ability. I have little to no time on a free coaster. I only spent like a week and a half on the planetary about 2 years ago. That's when I first actually built this bike up. I had that. I'm gonna do a couple 180s just to build my trust up with the Z Coaster. So I know I'm not gonna like 180 and then like fly back. Oh shit! Two-space fakie manual, and then maybe we'll go to 3. Oh! Might be harder than I thought. This is a little crazy. I got a lot to learn. Best one so far. Might have to settle for 2 spaces. Like I said before, I'm not sure what I'm getting into. So I'm just kind of roughly setting some goals. I'm pretty confident once I find that balance point in like the sit back, I should be able to start like cruising a little more, but You guys are literally watching me learn how to do this. Oh shit, 180. Watch out, guys. Oh my god. I'm the master of the one parking space. Oh my god. I do not like that feeling. That was my best one. I'm counting it. It was not the cleanest, but my back wheel did make the distance of the 2 parking spaces, so I'm happy with that right now. That was a little harder than I thought though, because the 180 in and quickly transitioning into a body position where I could comfortably get into the manual was the hard thing. I feel like I could maybe be better at the fakie manual if I go up something to fakie and then nice and centered and I can pull up into it. I tried the cassette version of the full cab several times and no matter what happened, so I thought I could just pedal back a full crank, but you see at the 75 degree, it is now in coaster mode. Got ourselves a new layout here, just a curb with enough room to do some little U-turns on. A little challenge I'm gonna give myself on this one. This is a little more difficult than the other ones. I'm gonna try 180 bar up, fakie bar on the curb without hitting the windows over here, and then navigate back to the curb and try to get a cab bar off. But to warm up, I'm just gonna get the 180 and then try to do like a cab ice bonk on the curb here. Another coaster, first try. Maybe I'm just the coaster guy now. Ow! Oh! Started to get a little overheated at the last spot. Didn't have anything to drink, so I called it. It's actually a brand new day now. I'm at the DIY. They've added a couple new things since last time we were here. They just added this little hip right here. It's actually steeper than what I thought it was gonna be. Probably 20-foot long flat rail. We're gonna keep dabbling with the backwards maneuvers and do a couple things that should be easier with the Z Coaster that I normally with a cassette wouldn't do, because the fakie's just like too difficult for it to be a fun trick for me to do. So I want to do a couple of those, maybe some switch 180s, see how the hardest trick in BMX is, which is the opposite rollout. I want to do a predator grind, so regular double peg, hop over to switch double peg to easy normal 180 out. I wasn't doing this that much one on cassette because I kind of suck at the switch pegs to normal 180, but hopefully I'll get better with that now. I'm gonna do switch tooth hop over and then come up regular tooth hop over 180. That was probably the smoothest regular tooth over 180 that I've ever done. I have a lot of fundamentals to learn when it comes to doing free coaster tricks, and one of them being fakie nollies and nollie cabs. So it's kind of a curved manual pad over here, but it's enough, it'll work. I have done these on cassette, so they should be a lot easier. Gotta get the basics down so we can build on them. To work on some steering as well. Gonna have to clean that up a little better. Oh, we got the newly added hip behind me. I want to practice some full cabs on it. I know it's not too crazy, but Coaster is new for me. Oh man, I missed.
What else did we say we're doing?
I actually came here the other day, but I ended up getting a flat tire, but I did get a couple clips here. Gonna go for a new one, and that's gonna be a fakie foot jam whip. Never tried it on cassette because it seemed like kind of like an annoying trick. Oh, that seems easy. I think a fun trick for me to do on the hip here would be a cab tire grab. Just seems like it'd feel kind of cool. Oh. What? In the beginning of this video, I was trying that 182 fakie manual 2 parking spaces. I feel like the more difficult part of that was centering after the 180. We got a little quarter pipe here. I'm gonna ride up it, center, and just see if I can get a decently long fakie manual, because that's something I want to be able to do. I'm happy with that progress for now. I'm having a little hard time like centering over the back wheel. I'm not too sure where to put my weight at. I'm sure that'll just come with time. Oh, okay. Oh. Something new, nothing crazy. Just as I feared, the fakie manual and the fakie rocket, I have the same thing I need to learn, which is centering over the back wheel, because I kind of bobble to the side. That's just something that's gonna gradually come though. I'll keep chipping away at it. It's just gonna be a foot jam to fakie, but when I do the foot jam, my back foot usually would drop down, and I wonder if that would keep me in Z-coaster mode, or if it's gonna kind of be at the edge of that 75-degree slack. Oh. So I did catch. At the edge of being able to hang 5 up a ramp and come back fakie. But I feel like learning how to do the fakie one, I feel like that's what Chad did, and he's got the up and down now. So I feel like being comfortable with him fakie on flat ground is the step to unlocking that transition of like whoosh, whoosh. Oh my God. Oh! Exactly what I had foreseen. Whoa. The first try was terrifying. I think I got the hop in figured out now. I did land a little one, a little micro J dollar one. Now I just want to kind of just see how far I can roll it. I don't care if I flip or land it. I just want to start getting a feeling for that balance point. I think I landed 3. I started getting a little better at flipping over. Definitely a fun trick. I think it might be actually easier than I thought. The Z-coaster is definitely refreshing to riding, especially after centuries of riding. Thank you guys for making it to the end of this video. I appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed it, consider leaving a like. I'm gonna try to go to an actual skate park for the next video. Definitely could learn stuff a lot faster than what I did in this video. This video was a lot of like balance and just new feelings. I think I could do a lot of fakie tricks on like maybe a quarter or a nice bank. Can be it. Consider subscribing if you guys are new here, and if you guys didn't know and you want to further support the channel, I do stream on Twitch, so if you guys have Amazon Prime, I would greatly appreciate it. Even if you don't like watching Twitch, they're owned by Amazon. You can link Amazon Prime to Twitch Prime, and you could give your boy a free Twitch Prime subscription, which basically means you could watch Twitch streams ad-free. That's all Twitch Prime does. It just lets you watch ad-free to one creator. And if you guys don't watch Twitch, I could be that creator, and it costs you guys nothing, and it does add up and help the channel out directly. It also doesn't renew every month, so just gotta remind you guys. For you guys that have, I do appreciate you, but maybe come back. I'll be back tomorrow with another daily action events video, possibly a disc golf video. I don't know. My camera's in a weird spot, but I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.